They said the empire was built on gold, and now the headlines say the stories unfold. Flashing lights, courtroom rows, silence loud, and the pressure grows. From Harlem streets to the Forbes list, now he's sitting where the storm hits. Cameras on, but who's legit? Truth and lies in the same script. Diddy defense team got 8 on the move. Agnafilo, Jarago, Shapiro, Steele, Donaldson, Westmoreland, Estavo and Driscoll. The feds got him on 5 charges. They say he on that RICO. Media says he is guilty out the gate. 8 male jurors and 4 women hold his fate. No cameras allowed in the court. Content creators screaming more, more, more. Diamonds heavy, but the weight's not cash. Every step watched through the media flash. Friends turn foes and the past don't pass. When receipts get pulled and they come in stacks. Official transcripts will show the full story. Full statements, but the details may be gold. They wanna put me on trial, put my name on file. Want me to hang it up, but that ain't my style. Say I'm back on road, no hand on Bible. We got this game in a chokehold. Yeah, I'm so cold. My whole career they tried to test me and I aced it. When you want something done, you gotta go and get it. Hate to put you on blast, but it's not up for debate. When the odds stacked against me, victims' names not being used to keep from getting approached by the accused. Kanye showing up in white, saying Diddy fight, fight. What's legacy when it's on the line? Is the name you built still gonna shine? Or does silence scream like a warning sign while the world debates guilt or crime? Every empire's got a tale untold. Every mogul's got nights cold. But behind closed doors, who holds control? Truth is a mirror and it never folds. Spotlight shadows can't outrun fate. Every crown's heavy when it's tied to the state. From the charts to the court, it's a razor blade. Walking the edge that the headlines made. Did the feds charge Diddy for his crimes, or just some for some freak off good times? Baby oil galore, but the feds say there is much more. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This will be left to the 12 on the jury committee. Is this a RICO, or just a man being major sicko? Was he really the king or just a fling? Did he do what they say? Will NYC jail be where he will stay? Did he bop in the hotels on the top floors? Different bows in different area codes. Some would call them the defense saying evidence is a blur. Some witnesses concur. Will the bad boy for life be serving life, or will he get the win and be in the next jet to Berlin? Spotlight shadows can't outrun fate. Every crown's heavy when it's tied to the state. From the charts to the court, it's a razor blade. Walking the edge that the headlines made. The devil is in the details. While the world debates guilt or crime, is it RICO or freak off?
Diddy says he is love, love, love.
They said the empire was built on gold, and now the headlines say the stories unfold. Flashing lights, courtroom rows, silence loud, and the pressure grows. From Harlem streets to the Forbes list, now he's sitting where the storm hits. Cameras on, but who's legit? Truth and lies in the same script. Diddy defense team got 8 on the move. Agnafilo, Jarago, Shapiro, Steele, Donaldson, Westmoreland, Estavo and Driscoll. The feds got him on 5 charges. They say he on that RICO. Media says he is guilty out the gate. 8 male jurors and 4 women hold his fate. No cameras allowed in the court. Content creators screaming more, more, more. Diamonds heavy.
Good morning. Good Saturday morning to everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Off straight off the gate, I'm going to say if you don't, well, yesterday I was given the title of being messy, right? Because I don't agree with everything everybody is saying. So, thank you for the title. Warning, Sylvia is going to be giving her own opinion. And I'm going to stand by my opinion. A lot of you guys not going to like it. I suggest that you go ahead on and unsubscribe, move on, find another channel. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Because I'm going to give you my perspective of what I have seen, um, my my thoughts on what I have seen, and I understand that there are certain agenda that YouTube will allow to grow, and certain people's numbers will not be seen. I think they call it shadow ban because there's an agenda, and there's always an agenda where you see other things get enlarge and other people's conversation stays really small. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Good morning. Let me say good morning to everybody that's coming in. Good morning to everybody that's coming in. I just happened to open my eyes and I see Kelly's name on there. Not because I love Kelly more, it's just because I happen to see Kelly. Okay. But good morning, everybody that has walked in, everyone that is here. I thank you for being here. I appreciate you. But I'm going to give you guys my total bird's eye individual observation in the courtroom. Okay. Not just the courtroom, just an overall thoughts of what's happening. Okay. And also from the perspective of a 50-year-old woman, not a 20-year-old woman, but a 58-year-old woman who was raised in a different era prior to this. Okay. Um, and so I just wanted to give you guys my statement ahead of time so nobody gets offended by what I say, because some people gonna get offended, period. So, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Every single one of us have our opinion, and it is what it is. And my opinion doesn't overrule anybody else's opinion. It just happened to be my channel, and I'm going to give you guys my opinion, period. Okay. So, because I'm not a lawyer, I'm not in the legal system. I'm not a judge, a lawyer, or anything. I'm not even one of the jurors. Okay. I'm an individual on the outside observing. Yes, I don't have a journalist degree. I'm not a journalist. I'm an individual who reports the news, who gives you an account of the news as close to facts than anything else. And also, I also give my thoughts on certain things. Okay, and that being said, let me start off by saying I've been at the court before a majority of content creators that are out there, because I was there since the 5th of May. You guys know, because I flew out to New York. I was there prior to jury selection. I was there during jury selection and all the way to the end. Okay. I was there first day of the trial beginning. In fact, I got there at 12 a.m. in the morning trying to get into the main courtroom, which did not happen until I think the 5th day of court. I got into the main courtroom, and ever since then, I've been in the main courtroom. So I'll be there when the verdict comes in. I'll be in the main courtroom. When I say the main courtroom, it's the courtroom 26A where Diddy is in that room. and I am on the press side. I sit on the press side. I started out with a special press pass, which was Diddy's, had Diddy's special event on it. I ended up having to give that one back because I got the permanent 2-year press pass. So I am legit. I am legitimately in there. Okay, so I'm not telling you something from other people's perspective or other people's thought or looking at somebody else's channel for me to get the information. I am in the courtroom myself and I see the information. I do take notes. I haven't taken a lot of notes because I do have I do get the transcript every single day. So I do have the transcript. We were reading it in the beginning, and then I found it was not invitational for us to read it because I saw my numbers not going. My numbers was not numbering, So I trying to figure out which way to go around and do things to try to get my numbers up. And I see that I'm just not getting it there. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do what I want to do. And whatever happened, happened. So I decided to do my own thing, not trying to chase or be like everybody else. So I'm going to give you my perspective. Okay. All right. So I had to lay all the ground rules, and no one can give own opinion. It's sad, y'all. It's sad, Queen. You can't give your own opinion because other people's opinion overrules those who thinks differently. Things differently. All right. First off, I want to say that number one, I have never purchased a Diddy album. I have never purchased any kind of music produced by Diddy, or I've never been a fan of Diddy. I've heard rumors about Diddy, but I've never really concentrated on him. He's never been my artist that I like. Now, if you talked about Michael Jackson or Prince or somebody like that, yeah, those were my go-to artists and performers and producers. Those are my ace. Now, Diddy, he's never, because in fact he's a little bit younger than me. I'm 58, he's 55, so I was not into it. Just like New Edition, I wasn't into New Edition, because they were younger. They're about my age and younger, that type of thing. So I kind of gravitated to the older ones, like the Michael Jackson and stuff like that. Those were out before, these other ones. Okay. These, they grew up with me, so I did not concentrate on them. Okay. So I'm not coming from a fan mindset in his case. I'm not coming from a fan at all. Okay. All right. Now, I sat in the court and I've seen so many things. I watched the juror. I'm a juror watcher person. I like to watch the jury and I like to see their reaction. I like to see if I try to read their body language. I try to focus on them. And once in a while, I'll glance over at Diddy. I'll glance over at his family. And I will, but my most concentration, my eye stays on the juror. I go from the bottom to the top, left to right, right to left. And I just try to concentrate and see their reaction on when somebody is up there. Now, what I pay attention to is if a particular juror stays in a particular position all the time and they all of a sudden change up and show some big interest in a particular person talking or testimony, I pay attention to that. Okay. And I'm saying this because in the closing arguments yesterday, I saw some differences in certain jurors that I had not seen before. And I wanted to bring that to you guys' attention because jurors are the one that makes or breaks a case. meaning they're the final say of any case. So that's why I pay attention to them. Okay. My title says, Did Diddy get caught up in Hollywood's darkest secret? Guys, you know for a fact that the stuff that you're hearing in this case is something that's been going on in Hollywood for many years. And there's some stuff that is so cynical that is worse than what you guys have heard in this case. Because there are some that do certain rituals with children, which is disgusting and awful, right? And we have heard things as if rumors, but there is some truth to certain things, and now we find out there is some truth to certain things. I do not, I have not, I will not participate in anything that so disgusting as what I've heard. Okay, first of all, I'm not into Molly, Kali, whatever, all of Ali's that's been going on in this case. You know what I'm saying? They talk about Molly, you know, as in the D rug, and they talk about Polly, it has in multiple relationships and all that. I'm not into that. So to me, my mindset is disgusting, 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 nasty, nasty, nasty. You know, that's what my thoughts are. Okay. But I can't judge people by how they live their life. I can't judge people. And I'm not in anybody's bedroom. Don't care to be in anybody's bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what's in anybody's bedroom. And let me tell you something. God give every single one of us free will. Free will. And I noticed that Melissa put a scripture up here. And I'm not coming from the religion mindset right now, because God give us every single one of us free will. We can't regulate anybody's free will. There is laws in this land that we must follow, and most of us don't know all the laws because we don't participate in the democracy of this world, that we sit down and read every single law that you're breaking. There's so many laws in the federal government that we do not know about, that half of us every single day, well, all of us have broken some of those laws and don't even know it until it's times like this. Then you realize what's law. Certain thing is blatant, like prostitution is blatant. Drugs are blatant. Certain things are just blatant, but we don't know everything in the law. Okay, I just want to say that. Okay. Here's my thought, and here's my problem with this whole case. I am for fair and equal representation in the justice system. I believe everyone should be treated as equal as possible. Okay. Meaning that the same treatment someone of a different nationality, different color gets, everyone should get the same thing. That's what I believe. Okay. The other thing, Diddy is not the first person who has had outrageous bedroom situation. We have heard so many different entertainers, producers, and all that in the past who had rumors of different type of crazy relationship, bedroom action that has never been brought to the forefront. Who, even when it's brought to the forefront, nothing has been done. But within the past few months, since the Me Too has been happening, I have seen so many individual Black men being brought to the forefront as if there are the poster boys of nastiness. Okay. I have a problem with that. I have a problem that cases have been brought to different people. The only one I've seen so far that really, really been like they've been hammering is Mr. Weinstein. Everyone else have been set free. The owner of the football team, Kraft, what's his name, Kraft? Whatever happened to his case? Kevin Spacey, whatever happened to his case? Okay. I'm not paying attention to anything you guys are writing because everybody's writing their opinion and everything. This is my channel and I'm gonna talk my stuff, okay? I'm not listening because folks coming into my you wrong, you don't know the law. You're right, I don't know the law. I'm not, and yeah, and you say it's not about opinion. You're right, it's not about opinion, but I'm giving you my opinion. You here to hear my opinion, right? I'm not, because I'm not a lawyer. So whatever I say is going to be my opinion. It has nothing to do with the law. Okay. Okay. You coming in here and then going to tell me what the law. I'm not a lawyer. Listen, I'm not a lawyer. I could care less what you think about the law. All right. I'm here giving you my opinion from my perspective of what I've seen being in the courtroom. Okay. This is what I'm giving to you. Okay. That's what I'm giving to you. You can get out. You don't have to be here. All right. Because for some strange reason, people think they could come into your channel and try to tell you stuff. Okay. All right, let's go. Because remember, they said I'm messy because I'm going to get messy in a minute. Because you're going to piss me off and I'm just going to hurt your feeling. So you better get out before I hurt your feelings, because then you're going to be like, oh, she's so nasty. Man, oh, I thought she was nice. No, you get the other side of me. You push my button, you're going to get it. I got to put this up. B said, I wonder if the older West Indian juror is your age. She probably has similar thoughts, and I wonder if she holds strong. B, I had to put hers up because let me tell you something. That's a good thought on that, because most of us, I'm telling you, we're strong, especially West Indian women. Okay. Especially West Indian women. We are headstrong. Can't nobody tell us what to do. Can't change my mind. All right. Back to what I was saying. Could somebody help me remember what I was saying? Because somebody just threw me off for a second because I saw a comment and it kind of threw me off because I know I'm gray hair. Can't remember everything I was saying. Somebody give me a little hint of what I was talking about before. Give me a hint. Give me a hint. What was I saying before I started going in on that person trying to tell me I don't know the law? You're right. I don't know the law. You're right. Absolutely. Never claimed to know the law. Go ahead. Help me. It's common sense. Older women take accountability for action, and new batch are victims and everyone's fault. You glance at Diddy's family, Diddy and fam. Okay. Thank you. You are talking about Black men being targeted. Okay. As I was saying, this stuff that Diddy is caught up in is not new. Okay. Here's what I have a problem with. The whole picture of here. I see 6 white young women. I'm gonna paraphrase it like they do. There's one big dark black man being taken, being persecuted, And you guys know, and I'm not trying to put the race card here, but the facts are the facts. Just ask Emmett Till. I said Emmett Till, what happened to him? Society, when a white woman is going against a black man, the black man automatically loses. And it's fact, y'all. And I know I'm not trying. I have beautiful white friends. My family, I have white people. So it's not, I'm not throwing the race card, trying to be nasty or funny or anything like that. I'm just telling facts. Okay. I'm just what the society is. And I love, 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 love my white friends. I love my white family. I have no problem with them at all. But society has been demonizing black men as always in some sort of sexual, like a sexual deviant, some kind of way, right? The picture, even when they drawing those pictures, there's one picture that the artist drew yesterday. It was like this one black man, they made him big and made the women around him small, tiny, and made him huge. And that picture is just something that's saying to society that there's big, 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 big black men and these little tall, small little white women. And let me tell you, Maureen Comey is not that little, y'all. She's really tall. She's not a short woman, but they made her little in the picture that I saw yesterday. Okay. And then the other lady was drawing a picture of the family, and he made Christian big in the picture. And Christian is the shortest, not Christian, I'm sorry. Justin. She made Justin big, and Justin is the smallest one out of the family. I mean, small as in short, right? But in her picture, she made Justin big. And you know why, right? Because there's charges just been put on Justin just recently, right? I mean, the accusation of some, stuff. So she made his picture really big yesterday, really big. And the other family members, she made small little head, but made Justin really big. And I'm like, this is weird. Why they did that? Okay. All right. So now I was talking about the jurors, right? And I was saying how I watch the jurors. Each jurors have a certain demeanor while they're watching the whole trial and stuff like that. I did not see, because the first 2 days I was not in the courtroom, so I don't know what the demeanor of the jurors were when Cassie was testifying, or when that first person, the first escort, was testifying. I was not in there, so I can't tell you how they look, right? Okay, so I'm gonna stop looking at you guys' comment because it's throwing me off. And so I don't know what the way they were looking, how they were reacting or anything like that. So I don't know. I can't tell you what happened during that time, but I could tell you everything before, because I was in the room with Mia. I was in the room with Jane. I was in the room with what's the other one? I was in the room from the third person on. I was in the room for that. Okay. I wasn't in the room for Cassie at all. So I don't know the demeanor. And I think it was designed because folks didn't they were acting up out there. But anyway. But I was saying that I watch the jurors' reaction, and there are some people, in my opinion, are stone cold not going to move. And there are some jurors that I see that totally has an agenda to bring them down. I'm gonna be honest. And if it wasn't for the freak off video, he would probably lied about that too. You can't trust a liar You go to by their action. Okay. I just read somebody's. Let me stop reading y'all comments because it's throwing me off. Let me stop reading. Let me stop reading y'all comments. Let me mind my business. Stop reading y'all comments. Let me stay out of y'all business in the chat. Anyway, the jurors. My opinion is here's my opinion. In some of these charges, I believe that I think it's going to be more of a hung jury between the jurors. This is what I think. This is Sylvia's opinion. I think it's going to be a hung jury with some of these jurors. I think it's going to be a hung jury. And the reason why I say that, because there's some jurors in there, they're like shaking their head. They're shaking their head like there are some jurors that you're not going to get them to budge. You're not. So I believe it's going to be a hung jury. I believe it's going to be a hung jury. This is just my opinion, y'all. Doesn't mean it's factual. And the reason why I said that, because in my observation, so I don't know what they were doing, but I know for a fact that Cassie's part, there is more jurors to me are more going towards the guilty part with Cassie's part. More jurors are going to go towards that. But with the Jane, I saw more jurors going towards not guilty. And the reason why their reaction is when they started talking about Jane stuff, jurors put their pen down. They're just like sat back, and it was more like a non-interest type of body language to me. It was more like a not guilty, because they were less interested than that. It was more head shaking with the like positivity, head shaking with Cassie. They felt more of Cassie's pain. I think because number one, they saw all those photos of injuries that she has had, right? Injuries that she has had, right? And so, and they felt her pain. Even when she's up there, she's pregnant, she's looking very Mother Teresa like type of my attitude. But until they play that audio kind of threw people off a little bit. The audio where she's cussing somebody out, saying that she would kill them. Remember that audio? That audio is the only one that kind of had them like shooken, because they played that audio. They didn't play it when she was there. They played it when this other person was on the stand. They played it then. That's when I saw them reacting. Okay. So with that part, and what I saw yesterday from the jury box, I saw a lot of engagement when I can't say his name right. Somebody put the enunciation of is Agaphelio? Agaphelio. Y'all know I can't say last name. I can't say people's name right. Could someone put it up? Can y'all put his name up? Because I can't say that man. Agnephilo, whatever. I can't even say it. Okay, I can't say the man name. Miss Attorney A. Agnephilio. Okay, I said it right. Did I say it right? Agnephilio. Did I say it right? Agnephilo. If I could read it right. If I could read it right, first I gotta learn how to read. Then maybe I can say the word right. Agnephilo. Yep, you're right. I can't read. Yes, y'all right. I can't read. Okay, Agnaphilo. Agnaphilo? That's it? Is it that? Is that it? Agnaphilo? Agnaphilo? Hard G. Agnaphilo. Ag. I give up. Oh, practice make perfect. Hooked on phonics. I definitely need hooked on phonics, Deborah. You ain't lying. Agnaphilio. Agnaphilio. I'm okay. Mr. A. Okay, I'm gonna say Mr. Hey, look, I can't even say the other girl name too. All right, so the jurors were more engaged in his closing remarks than they were on Miss Slavic, right? I can't say these people last name. The other one is Slavic, right? Slavic. They say y'all gonna be in here just talking about me. I don't care if y'all talk about me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Slavic. Okay. Okay. Listen to this, y'all. All right. So when Slavic. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I could get that one. Slavic. All right. So when she was doing her closing remark, I saw people writing. All right, because she had the definitions up and the elements up, and I think a lot of them are so confused that they needed to write all that stuff. So they were writing when she put those things up. They were writing a lot. See, everybody was writing to basically get the laws and stuff like that in there, right? And then when she was just talking, there was some that was sleeping. There was like she really bored him. Her voice was very monotone, and she was reading from the paper thing she had. She was actually reading, so she wasn't getting engaged and she wasn't capturing their eyes. She didn't even introduce herself to them. She didn't even acknowledge the jurors. So which to me that's a problem because I've been a juror and I know that when you address me, and I'm just one person giving you my opinion, okay, as a juror in the past. This is my opinion, and I'm going to stick to my opinion. And I've always felt that, and in all the cases I've been covering, every single prosecutor and the defense attorneys always acknowledges the jurors because they're taking up their time, they're doing their civic duty. The least you can do is thank them for their time, which she did not, which is a big boo-boo to me in my face. Other people don't think it's a big is anything drastic, but to me, I spent 7 weeks sitting here listening to all of this, and you can't say thank you for the time, which I'm like, okay. If I recognize that, jurors recognize it as well. Okay. She did not do that. She gave some excellent information on RICO and what RICO is all about and things like that, and how the elements fit with this, fit with that. She was very, very creative in that. I'm gonna give it to her. At that point, my understanding on their way of thinking of RICO is like, we are all in trouble in this world now because whatever you do, you could get a RICO. All of us could get a RICO because it says you don't have to do it one time. You only have to do it one time. And if you do it that one time, you can get a RICO. Did I say she thanked him no, I'm talking about in the beginning. Foxy, listen. As I was saying, I said, read my lips. I said in the beginning, if you're not thanking me for my time, I'm gonna have a problem with that. I'm gonna have a problem with that. Period. Okay. They spend 7 weeks listening to all of these testimony, and you get up there, you just start pouncing stuff, and without acknowledging the jurors, that's a problem. That's a problem. Period. That's a problem for me. For me. Oh yeah, I forgot you can't read my lips. Read my lips on the picture. Read my lips on the picture. That's a problem for me. Yeah, even with the drugs, the D-rug part. If you have a joint and you pass it to your friend, y'all smoking a joint together, and you pass it to the friend, you are committing a RICO. You can get charged for a RICO. You might commit it, but you could get charged for a RICO. Even if you're not selling it, but if you take that little joint and you pass it over to your friend, you pass it over to your friend, you can get a RICO. You can. You can get a RICO, Maria. If you have that little joint and you pass it to your friend, you don't have to sell it. There's no minimum amount. No, 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 no. There's no minimum. It's distribution. You pass that little joint to your friend, you pass it to get him a puff, you committing, you could get written for a RICO. We all breaking the RICO. Every single one of us. One time. Don't have to be many times. Rugs, D-rugs are illegal. No, they're not. In some states, it's legal. A joint is illegal in some state, but in federal, it's not legal. So federal, you'll be in trouble. You get every day we could commit a federal crime. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Okay, some state a joint is legal, but federal, it's not legal. One puff, you pass it on, you're committing a crime. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you that right now. California, New York, all I've seen so many people smoking joints on government property, here over here in New York. While since I've been here, if they can get um a charge of a RICO, if you found it around lit, yeah, that's what you're gonna have to start doing. Throwing it on the ground, let that person pick it up on their own. I know we're making a joke out of this, but it's serious stuff, y'all, for real. We're making a joke, but it's for real. That's what, based on her definition of certain things, if you do it one time, if you happen to pass it, because Maureen made it clear yesterday, you don't have to sell it. You don't have, as long as you passing it to somebody or you giving it to somebody, it is distribution. It is, and I've never heard that, y'all. For real, I have never heard that. And I've been to several RICO trials. I think I'm gonna be a RICO expert trial person now because I've been like to what 6 RICO trials. I did YFN, YSL, R. Kelly, this one, and there was one more. And I'm getting ready to do Thug's Brothers. So it's gonna be 6. She did explain it extremely well, boy. I mean, I never knew there was RICO in everything that we do. We can do. They can get you on RICO on everything. So, but you know what the great thing is? We will see what the actual law is once the judge gives the instruction to the jurors. So that's a good thing because he said nothing that these attorneys say is law. You got to follow what the law he says. So we're going to find out what the laws are based on what the judge says because How many activators does Maurice have? Maurice. Oh no. Yeah, closing arguments are not evidence. Absolutely. Closing arguments. Yes, you did, Miss Sylvia. You covered Kelly's case. We said this was going to be a mess, gonna mess up everyone. Yup, we did. Everybody was cheering on. Thank you, Sharon. Going back to Maurice and think about it, and with intent to use. Oh, I'm telling you, every single one of us. If this man is found guilty on everything on the RICO here, y'all better watch out. I'm telling y'all better watch out, because let me tell you something. They could put a RICO on you for anything. Walking down the street, you get a RICO, because that's a predicate act. That's a predicate act. Jaywalking. Jaywalking is a predicate act. RICO, you have criminal intent when I pass you the smoke. Okay, I'm gonna put the link in, y'all, because I need to hear some of you guys' thought, because this is like, so Hollywood, y'all better get ready. Your dark secrets are gonna come out in the RICO. Hollywood, dark secrets gonna come out in RICO. JL, listen, I got a complaint about you. Somebody said they will not come back to my channel if I let JL up on this panel. JL, come on up. JL, come on up. They said they're gonna leave my channel if I put JL on this panel. Oh Lord. And look, listen, and they got creative. They got creative now. It becomes interstate commerce when you use, like, the baby oil is interstate commerce. You know why? Because the baby oil is made in a different state, and they use it in a different. I know it. I know this is not funny. This is not funny. This is not funny, but I'm just telling you guys that if we're cheering on this, and let me tell you, I am not justifying the action of that man doing that to that woman. I am not. Him hitting her, I am not. That is not what I'm doing. I am talking about this case will become a precedence. You know what precedent is never done before, and it's going to be the case that they're going to use for future cases when they come after your family members, come after your friends, and it could be something innocent that they don't even know, because they even said a person may not even know they committing the crime, but you should know that you committed. But here's the thing. They tell you in the RICO, the person knowingly does this, right? And then they turn around and say, the person doesn't have to know. What? That's kind of confusing. How you going to say knowingly and then you say they don't have to know? That is the craziest thing about it. They reference R. Kelly case, and we tried to tell y'all. If R. Kelly go down, y'all go down. So all these rich men, y'all better leave these young girls alone and get you somebody that's on your level, because let me tell you something. If you start giving them money, that's prostitution. Because you're giving them money for SDX. You're giving them money for SEX. Ladies, you better get your own job, because these guys gonna have to start thinking smarter. You buy them dinner, and you want to have SEX with them. This is a way for them not to have SEX with the men anymore. Oh, you gonna be in for prostitution. When the Benz, nobody criminal went to the authorities. Yeah, nobody went there. Miss Sylvia question of the ESCO came from agency. Yeah, why did not? Okay, she says question of the escorts came from an agency for entertainment purposes. How is that prostitution? In Texas, you walk the street of Harry Hines, you are. Oh, I'm just appalled. How did they raid all those homes and not one office? I'm looking for them to say they had tapes with minors being rescued. We got bamboozled, V. We got bamboozled. Oh, come in. What happened? Yeah, what happened?
Your mama's on the
I'm
phone.
live.
Your mama on the phone.
What? Yes, mother. What do you?
She said, Gary.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh my God. Y'all, this woman is over here bothering me, man. Y'all, my mother's talking about me. She's talking about my booty so big. Could y'all get out, please? Come on, I gotta go. I got people. Can we go, Gary? I'll talk to you later, okay? Tell them to get my number. Get my number.
Okay, I will.
All right. Okay. Bye.
No, because
Mother's trying to give me somebody trying to. Y'all, hey, you know I need to tell Gary that he's gonna get a RICO if he invite me out of state and buy me dinner and then expect something from me. Okay, sorry, y'all. They just coming up in here. I'm live, and they're gonna come up in here harass me. Okay. I really want to know how is that true and why no tapes were used from his home. Y'all, I'm just telling you guys, they become very creative with this RICO thing. Become very, very creative, and that's what we need to be concerned about. Because let me tell you, Kathy got paid for her abuse. She got paid. She got paid. And they focus that on Cassie. And I'm not trying to be mean, okay? Don't come at me with oh, but she no. You're right. She did not deserve that. She did not deserve getting a beat down and stuff like that. She did not. Absolutely did not. But we got to think of future, what's going to happen. Just like they were able to add on R. Kelly stuff in this case, it's going to come after somebody, member of somebody's family, and you're going to be crying and wish it did not happen to you. Oh, Lord, I got Melissa calling. Hold on, y'all. Ma'am, you know I'm live, right? You know I'm live, right?
Hello?
I'm live.
Wait, are you on YouTube or
I'm
the other apps?
on YouTube live.
Are you okay? What are you doing today? Do you want to hang out?
I'm live. Can we talk after I finish the live?
What are you talking about?
I'm live. Are we talking about the Diddy situation and the the case and my thoughts
Did
and
you
all.
ask the son about the 4th of July?
Oh my God, I am live. Then they hear you. I am live.
Oh, all right. Well, all right. I'm coming.
All right, bye. You see, people, y'all. Can I really just like? I keep saying, I am live. I am live. I am live. I told my mama, I'm live. I told my sister, I'm live. Oh my God. Oh my Lord, please, Lord, have mercy. Mm. There she go. Good morning. Good morning, Melissa. But y'all, let me tell you, let me finish telling you guys this whole thing. There are people celebrating and wanting Diddy's downfall. This is not just about Diddy. This is gonna be about future cases of people, regular folks like us, that don't know that these are laws to be broken. They could just put in anything and you going down. Okay. You might think it's legal to smoke marijuana and pass it to your friend in New York, and then the feds come up and they can get you. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Y'all. Everybody's like, "Oh, bring them down." No, think of the future. It's not. It's way bigger than Diddy. It's way bigger than Diddy. Okay. Here come Melissa, y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? What are you doing today?
I'm on live right now. My sister's going to a party. I'm going with her.
Where at? In New York.
I don't know where it's going to be at.
So tell me, what are we talking about? Let's talk about.
We're talking about this case could set precedents of future people stuff happening, because it's basically saying anything you do, like if you have a joint and you pass it to your friend, you're distributing. Okay.
Thank you. I was just thinking that all the stuff that they said,
Mm-hmm. And it only take one time. You
and it
don't.
becomes federal prison, like federal. That's where there has to be some type of boundaries.
That means the government controlling everything you do. You gotta walk that straight line that the government. It's all government control, y'all. Government control.
But Miss Sylvia, tell me what happened yesterday. Some people are saying his closing remarks were good. Some people were saying they were shit.
Could you stop cussing on my channel, please?
What is it? What is it? What happened?
Don't cuss on my channel, or else I'm gonna
Okay, the
clown.
government may be watching us. That may be a charge, cussing. All right, go ahead. What happened?
I'm not. You late, so go back and watch it live.
All I'm telling you, they're gonna find him guilty. Remember, I said it.
Okay.
Very disappointed. Steele should have done those arguments.
No, that's not what we're talking about, ma'am. Okay, here come Ninja, please. Oh, Ninja.
Hey, Miss Sylvia. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm just pleasantly peaked.
You know I trust your words and no one else's. How did that closing actually go? Because
See,
people giving me mixed vibes.
that's what I said.
What did you hear?
Say he was too aggressive and animated and all over the place. And my
Okay, you just went out, Ninja. Can't hear you. You just went out.
back in,
Yeah, you. Go ahead. It was what?
and I was talking to my folks, and I said, you know what, right there and then, he was talking to New York. New Yorkers understand. However he was talking, he
Correct.
he was speaking to New York. If we don't understand it, because here I'm from Oklahoma, I may not understand that aggression. Like you may not understand mine, but those New Yorkers understand how he was coming. That's how I felt. I
I
don't
believe
know.
you have to be aggressive to touch a New York jury.
Me
But
too.
let me
Me
just give
too.
this reaction. There's one particular person who never smiled, never moved, never. She was smiling yesterday.
I heard there were three.
I'm. Are you listening to me? I was in the room. There's one particular juror that don't smile, don't do nothing. She smiled yesterday.
That
One
says a lot.
particular, one particular. The other
A
ones
lot of
always comments and shake their heads and stuff. I'm talking about this one person who never shows any kind of emotion. She just sit there like bored and just she smiled yesterday.
Yeah, I believe that says a lot right there.
He
And I
smiled.
and I believe with if the judge properly to give the instructions and they say if you consider any one of these witnesses to have lied, you can disregard. And I was taught when I was a child, you can sit and tell the truth, but as soon as one lie come out your mouth, everything else is null and void.
Now somebody asked what she smiled. She was smiling at Agnafilio. But I know I said his name wrong. But she was smiling at him.
she's smiling sarcastically too.
No, she was not. Not that lady. Not that lady. She was smiling in agreement in something he said.
Yeah, I heard they didn't even want to look Comey in her eyes when she was giving her rebuttal.
Yeah, she but I mean I concentrated on certain jurors because those certain jurors is the one that I believe will make or break it, you know.
Yeah,
So that and because the other ones, there's some that's definitely against Diddy, definitely totally against Diddy, and I saw it. And because when the prosecution is out, they were very in tune, very taking notes and things like that, very in tune. There's some, and there's some that's for Diddy, but there's some that's very questionable, and there was a lot of them. There's quite a few of them. Now the ones in the back, the alternate, those alternate were, I say, majority of them were for the prosecution, but they don't count.
I don't see anyone from the Bronx. No one. There's a lot of people from the Bronx on that panel. They're not voting guilty. That's just not in the mentality of people from the Bronx.
You just
Period.
came up here. You just came up here and said that he's going to be found guilty.
I
Now,
said it. It doesn't matter. But people from the Bronx on Fort Westchester, yes. Manhattan, yes, but not in the Bronx.
can
People from the Bronx look at this as a takedown of a black man.
I just don't feel
Taking
like they. I don't
Trump's
think they're
gonna
gonna
pardon
find.
him.
I don't think they're gonna find all those witnesses credible.
yeah, um, I can feel emotionally baited the jury. He took them to look at his family and send him home. Yeah, he did emotionally. He did do that, and they did look at the kids, and the kids were lined up. They're all lined up, and they lined up in age order too, because they had Justin and the end. No, no, Justin, Christian and Justin should switch places.
We gonna see. Can y'all hear me, Miss Sylvia?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear
Okay, okay, thank you. Yeah, boy, it's just people. These some of these blog, you just don't know the way
you.
they.
And they had the nephew. The little boy was there too. Stevie, the nephew Stevie, he cried. He was there. His somebody was rubbing his back. Stevie was there, and all the mothers to the children was there, except the baby Love. Her mom wasn't there, and the baby wasn't there. But all the other mothers, they were there except Kim. And then Christian had his mom picture on his jacket. His mom picture on his jacket was drawn on his jacket. His mom picture.
Hmm.
Somebody said, Ivan said the feds don't lose. That's what this Ivan said. We never know what they are going to do. No, I'm about to say, I even saw the jacket. You saw the jacket too? Yeah, he had the jacket on. I would never want to sit in a boring jury. You better bring it. Yep, you better bring it. Yep, that's what. You keep hitting the wrong button, Ninja.
Okay.
You keep kicking yourself out. Oh, you kick yourself out for good this time. That's right. Send hi home to send. Oh, I guess he meant to say his home to his children, mother, and family. Once the feds on you is over, always going to be around. Yep, slime, you're right about that. You got to move out the country because they don't lose. You just need a good lawyer that knows the law. Yes, that's why they're giving them you burn. I wouldn't say that, Ivan. That he didn't. He was more a defense person because he didn't really move the needle at all. Sue the government for defamation of character. They will definitely slime you. They're corrupt. Diddy has no record. If convicted, he pre-sentence level earned high enough to max. Yeah, that's true. That's one thing with the government. They go by the number. They have a lot of transplant in New York. Exactly. He has the last say. For Sean Combs. Okay. Good morning, Auntie. Good morning, Tico. How's the jury looking yesterday? Paying attention. They were paying attention to Agnifilio. Did I say it right? Did I say Agnifilio right? Did I say? Yeah, they paid attention to him, and they paid attention to him. The Fed's conviction rate, they believe in, it's 96%. I think they said because of the 70% on trial plea deals. Yep. He has no conviction, from what I heard. He has no conviction, so he would be at the lower end. Okay. Why would the feds give everybody that testify against immunity? Because they want their case to be stronger. That's why. You have to follow the law on a jury, not your feeling. That's why they weed out the biases. No lawyering. Diddy has 60 civil case, but they civil case don't have anything to do with the criminal. The points are with the criminal case. I know that one for a fact because when they were doing the the sentencing for R. Kelly, they went by that, and then the judge goes overrule that and go higher. How did the jury react to Comey's rebuttal? They didn't move. They didn't do much movement with Comey's rebuttal. They didn't do anything. I didn't even see much writing. There's only two guys that was writing, and those two guys, I think one of them must be the foreman because he writes all the time. He writes. I'm surprised the defense didn't hammer home more than the videos that were Cassie's devices and did not possess. I don't know why they didn't do that. Immunity gives them ability to lie for the prosecution as well. Remember, the prosecution determines if they lie or not. Okay. Yes, everyone that testified was given immunity. Without that, it wasn't the case, in my opinion. Yeah. And also, I wanted to say too, one of the jurors that got ready to get on, and I know the others heard it, right? He said, "This is what the juror, which he did not get on the witness on the jury box, but he said this. He said, if I hear someone is getting immunity, I don't trust that person. Reason why I don't trust that person is because they have something for it. You know what I'm saying? It's something in store for them. So I don't trust them. So that if that person thought that way, you don't know how these other jurors are thinking too, because they say if you have to give a person immunity, that means that they're not really going up there to be honest. They're going up there just to, because they got something out of it. That's what the other juror did, in which they didn't put him on there. But if he thought like that, there's other people that thinks like that. They just didn't voice it. I want to know is how was he running a criminal enterprise? So they basically call Siraki legal business. No, they said all his business was legit, but that he was doing criminal things with his legit business. That's what they were saying. Respectfully, I just be happy when it's over. I don't have a dog in this fight. I do have a family member that was around Diddy and was affected by his antic. I respect everyone's opinion. Okay, they gave them immunity, but they're going to forever work for the Fed. You best to distance yourself from them. Okay, Cassie was stealing his drugs from the hotel room and the Gucci. Oh, okay. Guido pro quo. She's a junkie thief. She says, if these women were any of your daughters, would you still feel like Diddy's not guilty of something? G has a question for y'all. She said, if these women were any of your daughters, would you still feel like Diddy is not guilty of something? First of all, my daughter does not go try to get a sugar daddy and try to think. No, I teach her to get her education, get a job, or do your craft and not depending on no man. That's what I teach my daughter. And that's what she do. She does not depend on no man's money and try and do the stuff they want them to do because they want his money. No, I teach my daughter to do better. Exactly, Miss Queen E. I taught my daughter that. That's why my daughter went and got her bachelor degree. She has her own business and she works for an insurance company. And now she's going to go back and get her master's. So she don't ever have to ask a man for a dime. That's what I teach my daughter. A dime. She's self-sufficient. Only person she can ask money for is God. So that's why I teach my children. So Miss G, that ain't going to happen with my daughter. Because my daughter ain't gonna try to sleep with no man for no money and keep asking him for money and depending on him and having all these 3-some, 4-some, 5-some. Her 3-some, 4-some, 5-some that she do, she's gonna be on her own. That she wants to do those things, not because this man is giving her money, paying her rent. No, she don't want nothing for nobody. Even now, she be like, no, okay. Even if she go on a date, she go half. She'll pay half for the date. She ain't got. She don't do that. That's the way I am too. No, I don't know about now. I will take some cash, but I ain't sleeping with you. I thought we're not putting God in this, Miss Sylvia. What? Melissa, go sit down somewhere. Melissa, go sit down somewhere. Y'all sit there. Y'all thinking I'm going to stick with the one thing or what I say. No, I say so many different things up in here. Sit down somewhere. Stop trying to regulate what I say. You're not the government. Government can't really regulate what I say either. Freedom of speech. could change my mind, say something else differently. Y'all some crazy folks gonna say, oh, but you didn't say that this time, bitch. Well, okay, all right, I didn't. And now, oh, you just trying to this so you can put some scriptures in here? That's what you're doing that for, Melissa? Okay, I got you. You try to put the scriptures in there. Okay, go ahead, put the scriptures on there. Go ahead. She just tried to justify her putting scriptures in here because I had told her that we're not doing that. Oh. Do you know what's the amount of time for each charge? I don't know because you won't know until he there's a point system he would have to go through. It's a point system. I know certain things mandatory 15 and there's some that's mandatory 20 years. Like the RICO is like there's a maximum on that. I don't know what the numbers are. Melissa, you're about to get blocked in a minute because you're getting on my nerve now. Because you're sitting there trying to no, you're getting on my nerve. I'm just gonna give you that warning right now. You're getting on my nerve. You know me, I'm fickled. You're getting on my nerve. If you don't want to get blocked, stop getting on my nerve. And then people are gonna be like, oh, Sylvia being mean. Yeah, she's getting on my nerve. She said it once. She ain't gotta repeat it. She said it once. Enough is enough. Getting on my nerve. They're trying me today. Why did Comey get to speak during Agrippina's closing? Is that normal? Let me see. That's not normal. Yeah, you know what? Your wish is my command, Melissa. You're about to be blocked. Have a good day. Bye-bye, Melissa. Don't come back. Your wish is my command. Thank you very much. I don't, and the funny thing is, everybody, and I ask, Aubrey said, Melissa, you should know that Cassie and Jane sin as well. They're right. The right is right. Exactly. See, they sin too. They sleeping with a man that they're not married to it too. I mean, why is it that somebody's other sin is higher than? Let me shut up. She just got blocked. She got her wish. She got blocked. She got blocked because she's getting on my nerve. Ivan, yep, you see it too. You come in here, you start trouble, you gonna get blocked too. I don't care. Listen, I don't care. Y'all messing with me. Y'all get your opinion, have your opinion, but stop directing it to me. Okay? Stop directing it to me, because then I'll take it personal. Stop, because if you make it personal to me, I'm gonna take it personal. Hey, sunshine. Y'all think I'm gonna sit here and take it? People always try to use God to justify her actions. Prosecution will lose because they are looking too desperate. Oh, okay. I thought, Ivan, I thought you were coming after me too. I'm sorry, Ivan. I didn't mean that. Sorry, Ivan. I thought you was coming after me. See, I'm getting so sensitive now. I'm ready to put out the trigger. Got pew 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 pew. I apologize, Ivan. I didn't mean to come at you. they're trying to bully me in here. They don't know I'm the wrong person to bully. I'm the wrong person because I take it personal. I start going in on the attack. They know I'm a fickle old lady. Okay, here she come. My sister's coming up here to bother me again. Here she come. Oh Lord, here she come. She coming up here. Here she come. Here she come. Oh, she's not coming to bother me. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, she's not bothering me. You hear them talking? They be mad at 1 minute and then they be friends again. My sister and my mother. You said Misa Hilton doing. Well, you said what was she doing? Closing army? I wasn't paying attention to her. I was more looking at the jurors. Oh my God, you're making too much noise. I have to close the door because my sister and my mother talking on the phone. They're getting on my nerve too. I'm getting on my nerve just now. Okay, Mr. Glenn said, "Good morning, Queen Infamous. Is it true the prosecution was yelling at the jurors?" Oh, no, I didn't see them. Oh, you talking about when Comey was she got a little unraveled a little bit. I didn't think she was yelling at them. She just got a little louder than the other lady. The other lady was monotone and she was boring, but Comey was coming more with more energy and more conviction type of thing. She was passionate. Yeah, she's passionate. I don't think she was yelling. She's very sarcastic too. She got up there. She was very sarcastic. And she was acting like a sore loser. Because let me tell you, because they started whining and crying to the judge about, hey, he said this. He's not supposed to be that. That's not right. And then she wanted the judge to chastise him right there in front of the jurors. Make a ruling right then and don't do it later. And so the judge listens to them, and they did. The judge did it right then, because Miss Shapiro had asked the judge not to do it then, and he did it. Do you agree that the judge admonished? Do you agree with the judge admonishing and Agnophilia? I think he should have did it later, but you know what? I did like the fact he said it all attorneys, not just picking out him. But the second time he picked him out, he did call him out the second time. So it is what it is. And then the jury may not take it too friendly too. Oh, you got his name down. I did finally, huh? Now I'm gonna mess up because now I'm thinking about his name and now I'm gonna mess up his name. He is definitely not unbiased. The judge is a leaner towards the prosecution. He's definitely not unbiased. He's somewhat fair, but not unbiased. He's prosecution judge. Yeah, they can't unhear it. They heard it. They heard it. They heard it. He did say they were targeting Coleman and charge nobody else. That, and I guarantee you that was in the thoughts of the jury, even though the judge said that's none of your business. He said that's not your concern. He said that who the prosecution decided to juror 6 was off. He didn't stay. I wonder what happened if they kept juror 6. Oh, okay. You said if they kept. It would have been totally. I don't know. It wouldn't have made a difference because he was basically a prosecution person that got flipped over to a defense. He was a prosecution person They got flipped over to defense. And the reason why I say that, because in the beginning he was like all up on the prosecution. He was like in tune the prosecution and my nodding his head for the prosecution. But when Mia came up there and said what she said, they showed that video. he put his notebook down and just like, okay, this is enough. So I think that's what happened. He was definitely a prosecution person in the beginning. His body language, his reaction was more towards prosecution in the beginning, and then he switched up. Are there any black female juror? There is 3 female black jurors. 3 female black jurors. One young lady, she looked like she might be mixed or Spanish. And that's it. There's only 4 women and the rest are men. There are 6 white men. And there are 4 white men that look just alike. 4 white men that look just alike. The trial is over. All 12 jurors not going to find guilty. He needs one. In this case, it's done. He'll be gone home. That's what she says. And you know what, Tim? I'm going to agree with you because certain things, I know some jurors not going to find guilty. And certain things, they're going to find guilt. Well, not all of them. It's not going to be unanimous. So I do agree with Tim on that one. I do agree with Kid Tim on that one. I do agree on that one. I do agree in that one. And I said it from the beginning, y'all. I said it when I first came on there. When I started doing this case, I said that there are some jurors are just not gonna find them guilty. It's just some jurors that's not gonna find them guilty. Now, as to whether or not the feds are gonna come back and retry it after it's a hung jury, I believe it's gonna be a hung jury. She comes to court every single day by Black. And she has a very positive attitude. She's very friendly, y'all. His mom is very, very friendly. She's not a mean person at all. She loves me, y'all. She loves me. She always be speaking to me all the time. I said, before the end of this, I'm gonna give her my number. I am. Sure am. I didn't want to do it now because they'd be like, she's just trying to be friendly. Mama Janice, she's a sweetheart, y'all. She's very sweetheart. Because I always catch her in the bathroom, we talk and stuff like that. She's a sweetheart. The girls yesterday, the lady behind me had told them that they look so pretty, and one of them says, "Thank you." They seem so like easygoing, polite. They're good kids to me. Now, Christian's my favorite, y'all. Him and I always talk because I even asked him. I said, "Is that your mom on your jacket?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "Where can I get that outfit from?" I said, "I can't afford it, but." Now, Christian, he said, and Justin speak to me. Now, the only one that don't say nothing to me is Quincy. Quincy don't talk. Quincy don't talk at all. But Christian and Justin, they speak. They speak all the time to me. I'm like the auntie that they all the fun auntie to them. Quincy that's the one that don't say nothing. He don't say nothing. I mean, he'll like wave and stuff, but having conversation, he's not the one that speaks. Now, Justin is the one that speaks. He has a full conversation. Christian has a full conversation with you. I've actually talked to them. Diddy always greets the gallery. Always. He greets the gallery, little do his heart to his family, and always say, and he said he takes his hand in a prayer thing and says, "Thank you. Thank you." He says it to everybody, to people in the gallery. He's always upbeat. When he comes in, he's always upbeat, always. Very positive. Very, you can't even tell that, and I know how some folks be lying and say, oh, Diddy was mad today. And I have not seen that man mad. I have not. I have seen him nodding and affirming some of the stuff that his attorney is saying like that. But I have not seen that man mad at all. The only person I saw with emotion was one of the sisters, one of the twin, and the little nephew Stevie. I saw Stevie wipe a tear from his eyes. I saw Stevie wipe his tears from his eyes. I saw one of the twin. I can't remember. It's the one that has the earring in the inside of her ear, because I see them that close. I'm that close to them. Is that one? Because they both have earrings going around the ear. They have a whole bunch of earrings that are going around, but there's one that got an earring, a piercing inside her ear, like the top, not the top lobe, but the inside of the lobe. She was the one had some emotional face. She seemed like she was like doing some breathing exercise, and she kept, her mouth was going in and out, like the bottom lip was going in and out. And I did see some emotion coming from her. But as far as everyone else was cool. Was no emotion. Stevie did have a tear, and the lady was rubbing his back. Was Fahim? Yes, Fahim sat up in there, and everybody's like, "Is that Fahim?" And I was the first one that recognized it, because I saw his name on the podium thing, where the security is, and security hurry up and closed it. He was like closing it because so I don't see it, but I happen to see it anyway. My 4 eyes work well, so I saw his name on the list, and when I went in there and I saw him, and I told some of the news people, and they were like, "That's not him. It can't be him." I said, "Yeah, that's him." And so the other news person went, and she said I had to go verify before I believe it, right? So he was in there. He was there. Fahim Muhammad was inside the courtroom. Yes, he was. Do you think it's a different perspective inside the courtroom versus overflow? Is definitely different, because overflow don't get to see the jurors, because the way they only see like Diddy back. They don't even see the judge. They can't even see what the judge looked like either. So overflow definitely will have a different perspective. They will. The other thing, overflow did tell me, because I can't see Comey's face, because she's facing forward. We can't see behind her. From behind her, they did say from the camera. They said that Comey was making faces while Agnifino was up there. They said that he was making she was making faces. So there is definitely a different perspective from somebody in the courtroom and versus someone that's in the overflow. The girls were writing notes to each other while they were going in back and forth. They were writing to each other, and then they turn around, passed it to Quincy. Quincy wrote, and they were communicating with each other by notes. And Chance sat between the two twins, and the other twin, the one that I told you had some emotion going back and forth, her mouth was moving. She was sitting next to her grandmother, Miss Janice. And Keisha is in there. His sister was in there. Maria. What else y'all would like to know? What would you guys like to know from me being inside the courtroom? The energy in the courtroom was really, really packed, right? And there, you could tell there is like one side to next to the other side. Majority of the courtroom, Galaxy, other than the family, are against Diddy. I'm just going to tell you right now, the atmosphere in there was tense. The ones there's only like a sprinkle of people that was for Diddy, and if they were for Diddy, you wouldn't know it, because the ones that are against him were massive. in the courtroom. So the tension was really, really high. Because they were upset when we went on the first break. The ones that were against Diddy was upset of the attorney's summation. They did not like it. They did not like it at all. They were in a hallway. It was just like a huddle of certain ones where, like in the news, people were in one corner and they were like really fuming, like upset. So it's very intense in there. It's very intense. What race or ethnicity? Um, Majority of news people. I'm gonna reserve my comments till I get out of here. I'm gonna reserve my comments because there is some. Let me just tell you, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be for full transparency with me. If you go by, I know some news people were furious, upset with some of the jurors. They were furious because it seemed as if some jurors were leaning towards Diddy. And the reason why I said that, because if you could recall in the beginning, after certain people testify, the jurors made reaction of videos and stuff like that. Right? And some jurors were laughing, some juror was like shaking their head, and it's like, I don't believe, some made a comment about, oh, she's lying or something like that. And the news people were upset and they wanted to get the jurors off. And then you notice one juror was end up taking off, and you know what I'm saying? So they were upset that they saw some. And then the judge tried to explain to some of them that, like when a juror sees evidence, they can come to some conclusion during the time of them seeing it, of what they believe and not believe. You get what I'm saying by that? They didn't just come in it. They saw a certain thing and they developed some sort of thought that maybe this person is not telling the truth. You get what I mean by that, right? So they were upset because they saw the reaction of the jurors after the jurors saw some evidence. You get what I mean? After, it wasn't that they saw the reaction saying, oh, she's not telling the truth, before somebody said something. And they were literally making comments about, this juror needs to get off, this juror needs to get off, type of thing. Did you see that juror? Did you hear this juror say that? Oh, look at this one. Look at it. Just look at her. Look how she's definitely for Diddy. I mean, I was hearing those kind of comments, y'all. I was hearing those comments. And they were like, nah, that one, she shouldn't be on there. This one shouldn't be on there. Oh my God, look at this. Look at that one. But and that's why I like some of the jurors, like that older lady. That older lady don't make no kind of facial expression. She's just neutral. The Indian man don't make no facial expression at all. But there were some jurors that do make facial expression. And then you really can't tell where the juror's mind is either. You really can't tell. But some reaction, you like, okay, at that moment, that juror definitely didn't like that. Or that juror is like, and when you see them like nodding their head and shaking their head about something, you're like, okay, that one touched that particular person didn't rub that juror right, or that juror didn't believe in you. That's why I stare at the jurors. So, and that's why I told you I watch the jurors, and so far my predictions of different jurors have been right, and it's only a prediction. It's no facts, y'all. It's no facts from me. You know, I'm just going by my personal experience of covering cases and what I've seen. It's no facts, y'all. No facts. So don't go back and say, but Sylvia, you said this, and look what happened. You said, no, I'm just giving you some observation. That's it. What's happening Monday? Monday, they're going to give the jurors the charge thing, and then they're going to release the alternate. And then the jurors go into deliberation. They're going to give them the charges and what the laws are on particular things. Somebody say nothing can make someone hate this man like that if the people he did this to loves him. People are weird. It's so weird, yeah. And the thing is, did you think Diddy will get convicted? Do you think Diddy will get convicted? Lola, I think it's gonna be a hung jury. I think it's gonna be a hung jury. Because you got some strong head individual, and it looks like there's one juror, I'm telling you, this person is strong headed. Strong headed. When I say strong headed, you ain't gonna change this person's mind. What's up to Rule 29? The judges defer in the ruling on that one. There's some jurors that you ain't gonna change. Like, you know how you think, like me, I'm a type of person, you ain't gonna change my mind. I don't care what you think. And there's some strong jurors like that right there on that jury. That certain things did not convince me. Just like we can't get it out right out here. You think some jurors not thinking like you? Do you think some jurors not thinking like you? And I'm sitting in a courtroom listening to the trial just like everybody else. Don't you think the way you think or somebody else think? And let me tell you something. There's biases in everybody in some kind of way. There are biases. And no matter how you try to act like you don't have a bias, you do have a bias. And those jurors, regardless of how the law is written and all, there are some biases in jurors. And they're gonna go by what the biases are. Even though they say, hey, you got to go by what the law says. They'll say, hey, I don't believe that particular witness, so therefore the law won't apply to this because they don't believe that witness. And it's based on whether or not they believe that witness is telling the truth. And if they believe that everybody's a liar that came up there, they're going to vote based on what they see, on what they believe, what they feel. And remember, all this was mostly circumstantial evidence. There was no actual full evidence other than that video and Cassie's eyes, bruises on her body. Everybody else is circumstantial. They have no evidence and no DNA. They didn't have any kind of fingerprint evidence. They didn't have no ballistic, none of that. They didn't have anything. Everything was circumstantial. The only full evidence they had was the fact that Cassie got beat down by that man in that Continental Hotel, and then they show bruises on her face. That is it. All the other stuff is circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence. And that's why it's going to be easy whether or not you believe this person or believe that person. There's no concrete evidence. The only thing you saw was her getting the beat down in that elevator thing, by the elevator. Is it true some people were clapping? They probably was clapping in the overflow. They were not clapping in the main courtroom because they would have got kicked out. I'm not in the overflow, so I don't know if they were clapping. There's some points I seen some faces look like they were gotten emotional. I seen some people look like they got emotional. They probably clapped in the other overflow. There was 4 overflow that they had, and they got it. They get a chance to clap over there. Down here in the main courtroom, you don't do that. You get kicked out. You can't even get up to go to the bathroom. That's how bad it is in there. How do you think Agnifino did? I think he did excellent job. He did excellent job. He could have pushed certain things a little bit more, but I think he did good. Do I think a RICO was proven? As far as no, I don't think it was proven. I mean, it's just my opinion, Daryl. Just my opinion, and I know people think differently than I do. But can the government say it's proven? Yes. You know why? Because it could turn anything. Now I learned if you pass a joint, it could be considered part of a RICO because it's a predicate act. You only have to do it once. And if we let this slide, all of us are going to be in trouble. All of us. And that's letting the government rule your bedroom. So we better hope. We better hope. And what the thing is, they should have charged him lower court in the state court. They should have charged him in state court for all of this. You know, they had the evidence. Oh, I got something to read to y'all. Hold on. Somebody sent me this the other day, yesterday. I'm going to read this to you. Hold on. There was a task force that was set up to come and get the okay. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm gonna read this to you. This is what I received. I received this yesterday, okay? Now listen to this. I'm gonna read this. All right. It says here, New York Police Department Hip Hop Squad, Rap Intelligence Unit. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, the New York Police Department, NYPD, established a covert surveillance division known informally as the Hip Hop Squad, also referred as the Rap Intelligence Unit, to monitor rappers, record labels, music venues, and events tied to the hip hop community. Housed within the Enterprise Operated Unit, EOU, the squad treated the rap industry as a potential source of organized crime, gang activity, and violence. Origin and purpose. Created around 1999 to 2000, the unit was formed in response to a high-profile shootings and tensions within the rap industry, including the death of Tupac Shakur and the notorious B.I.G. The officers assigned to the unit were tasked with creating doisers on artists, surveilling concerts and video shoots, and keeping track of their associates' label affiliation and criminal histories. Sean Diddy Combs, founder of Bad Boys Record, was one of the earliest and the most consistently watched figures. Sean and the NYPD surveillance. Combs' high profile status, coupled with the East Coast West Coast rivalry and the fatal 1999 nightclub shooting involving his entourage, placed him squarely in the unit's radar. According to former NYPD detective Derek Parker, who helped run the unit, Combs was considered a high profile figure not because of a specific crime, but because of the people and energy that surrounded him. Parker has publicly stated, we treated rap crew like gangs. Puff Combs was one of the main people we tracked. NYPD reportedly maintained an ongoing file on Combs and other artists such as 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Nas, and Ja Rule, scrutinizing their affiliation, security details, and club appearances. Criticism and civil rights concern. The unit's existence remained unofficial for years and was widely criticized for racially biased profiling, treating black artistry, and economic success as a criminal indicators. It operated more like an intelligence task force than a standard policing unit, often infiltrating private events without clear cause. Hip hop artists and activists have long contended that the NYPD targeted rap as a culture threat and not a legitimate artistry or business movement. Modern echoes from comb to drill. The surveillance's legacy continued into 2010s with the formation of a newer NYPD unit targeting Brooklyn drill artists like Pop Smoke, Chef G, and 22GZ. Although the NYPD has never fully acknowledged the rap intelligence unit by name, court filings, artist account, and leak the document confirms its functioning. Summary. Aspect detail name. Rap Intelligence Unit, Hip Hop Squad affiliation, NYPD Enterprise Operation Unit founded in late 1990s. Main targets was Sean Combs, Bad Boys Record, G Unit, Murder Inc., Rockefeller. Tactics was surveillance, event infiltration, data tracking. Controversy, racial profiling, civic liberty, and the concern status. It still operates in various forms today, particularly around drill rap. All right, that's the information I was just sent over to me. So that is what's happening. That's why they're giving RICOs to them right now. Okay, someone just sent me something that says he also has a federal case that you have to go to DC to get. There's a federal case in DC as well. So that's why I titled it what I titled it. And when was that written? Let's see, hold on. Who has a federal case? Who has a federal case? Queen E. They just opened a new one. New rappers with Puffy. Busby Case West. I don't. Who has one, y'all? I can't understand what y'all writing. They said they're having these bogus lawyer file lawsuit in them first, and then come later to scoop allegation. The defense prove case lied. I don't know. That's why they said he's an informant. Puff got a new case in DC. A new federal case. I know they have a case with his son and him. Is that the civil one, or I'm confused, y'all? I'm confused. Gets an accused, just daddy's house. Not sure if it's DC. Oh yeah, the lawyer. Okay. It's not more affirmative. Who's the black lawyer? He has a civil case. No new case. Kid name. Oh, somebody named West? Okay. Okay, somebody named West. Okay. Okay. After. Do you think powerful people in entertainment are treated differently by the legal system? After the bogus lawsuit, okay. Get back to how the jury responded to the defense. Shirley, I know there's a better way of asking me to do something, right? You just don't tell me get back. I mean, nobody's my boss over here. You got to just say it a little bit nicer than that. Don't tell me what to do now, because I get antsy. I take it personal. How many jurors look like they were Puffy side? No, they're not. Not right now. They were in the beginning. They were in the courtroom, but not now. They're not in the courtroom.
This never ends. But again, the motto that all of the detractors say is everybody lying. They say everybody's lying, and that is the motto they live by. But this situation is not going to be as simple as that. Now, for you guys who don't know what's going on, I'm about to explain to y'all what's going on. Diddy and another celebrity once again being accused. Now, as of right now, I believe that celebrity may be in the phase of getting a letter from Tony Busby.
Tony Busby. Oh, never mind. Tony Busby. Never mind. There we go with the Tony Busby thing. I thought it was somebody like different. What's your take on all white male jurors? It's not all white. It's not all white. There is a black man on there, y'all. There is a black man on there, and there's an Indian man on there. It's not all white. It's not all white. There is a black man on there. Don't say it wasn't, JL. There is a black man on there. There is a black man on the jury. And he's really black. Like dark black, too. Hey, Hank and TV, what's going on? How does that person know Diddy and another celebrity is getting ready to be sued if it hasn't been put out yet? Good question. Good question, T-Girl. Yes, it's another Tony Bugsby case. These lawyers are taking these people, retainers, fee, and lies. Because I read a pacer. Duh. Who said duh? Duh to who? Hey. Hold on a second. Somebody sending me some intel. Hold on a second, y'all. No, my folks be sending me stuff. Hold on. My people send me stuff. He also has a federal case that has to go to DC to get. It says in 1995. What kind of mess is this? 1995. Isn't there a statute of limitation on stuff? 1995. That's older than Dallas. Dang, someone said there are 6 white male and only 1 black male. Oh, brother, that's not a jury of his peer. Sylvia watching trial from our reality TV. Thank you, Miss Sylvia. I got the Kansas City MO watching. Let's see. Thank you. Oh, I wonder if the dark male African American or African because there's a difference between cultures are different. Well, let me tell you, if you get an African, their culture is like they can have a multiple women, so that would be in favor of Diddy. And they have no like women are class citizens, so they definitely will be on Diddy's side on that multiple women stuff. Yep, there's 3 black women and 1 black male. That is so true. That's true. There it is true. Yep, you're right. Empowered Wendy. Yeah, it's 3 black women and 1 black male. I don't understand. They have a 1995 case that was filed in 1995. They're bringing back. This is crazy. I just hate they're trying to police people's bedroom. How long yuppie think gonna be deliberation? How long I think the jury's gonna? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, guys. I'm gonna explain something to you guys. Um, this whole case, in my opinion, is gonna set precedents in our bedrooms. It's gonna set precedents in our bedroom. Believe it or not, it's gonna set precedents in our room. I don't know what this whole case is about. 1995 case against Sean Combs. It says back in what date a set control of 5/19/1995. What kind of mess is that? 1995? 1995? More than 30 years ago. They're gonna bring that case back. I don't understand that. It says true copies of all papers as sent to Sean J. Combs sent to USDC Superior Court of the District of Columbia. They sent it. This is crazy. When does it end? When does it end, y'all? When does it end? And it's all because this man got money. When does it end? So just, I don't know what this is all about. Well, I mean, it was like once the government's for you, I mean, come after you, you're done. You're done. No, they're talking about sanctions and all this kind of stuff here on this paperwork that somebody just sent me. It says true copies of all papers as to Sean J. Combs sent to USDC Superior Court of the District of Columbia. It says here, ordered to advise the penalty and sanction of as to Sean J. Combs. It says Rule 40 affidavit by Mark J. Parody, Special Agent FBI Sean J. Combs, signed by Magistrate James C. Francis IV. Says here, first appearance as to Sean J. Combs held. Appearance with attorney Michael Simmons, AUSA Simmons, presented ROR, reported to DC on April 28th, 1995. Control date set as May 19th, 1995. For Sean Combs, J. Combs. Can you put out on the screen? No, because I have my camera off. I have my camera off and it's not on. It's on my phone. It's not on my laptop. That means I would have to put my camera on. I don't know what's going on. Empowered Wendy. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Don't know what's going on. But I'm at 2 hours and 12 minutes. I'm at 2 hours. Do you need the case number to look it up? Hold on. Let me give you the case number to look it up. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, they said here that this case was the foundation for now. You need the case number? Okay, let me give you the case number. No, it's not. It's not even a case number yet. It just says 1.95-MJ 00887 USA, all defendants USA versus Combs. I don't know what this is all about, y'all. So so they see that they're losing it. So this stuff is coming out now, so they can come back and get them and keep them again. Is that what you're saying, Tim? Tim, is that what you're saying? Okay, Wendy, is that what you're saying, Tim? Tim, are you saying that since they feel that they're losing, that they're going to lose this case, they're setting up some other stuff for them to? Is this a conspiracy that you're thinking about? So we get your rest because next week is going to be a roller coaster ride. I'm praying for not guilty on all charges. I see you on Monday, Robin. See you later, Robin. Robin, rah rah. I agree, Tim. What's the date on it? It's 1995, y'all, but it's being popped up, sent over to the DC now. This is crazy. This is crazy. It says 1995. This is from 1995. This is like, yeah, yes. You know, I've been on here for 2 hours. I didn't get not one super chat. I didn't get not one cash app. Thank you, Miss CMT. Thank you for that. Not one thing, but y'all want me to read. Y'all want me to give y'all this. Y'all want me to tell y'all that. Not one red cent. Not one red cent. But that's the way y'all treat me. You know what? I ain't gonna take it no more. That's why I don't be coming on. Because y'all don't be paying me for my time. That don't give me nothing. Sure don't. YouTube already taking funds away because I'm shadow banned. Y'all don't give me a dime, but I be looking at the other channels. They be just loading them with money. Don't be looking, Steen. I'm telling you the truth. I'm struggling over here. Struggling commentator. Struggling. But you know what? God got better things for me. Because one day y'all gonna look for me. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be around. Y'all gonna be like, so I'll find somebody else. Okay. But there's not gonna be another Sylvia like me. Thank you, Jackie. Shout out to Jackie for sowing a seed into my life. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you, Jackie. Steen said, I'm looking because I see what's going on and I don't understand it. I don't understand it either. But anyway, guys, thank you, Bye Black. Thank you. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you, Bye Black. I appreciate you. But I'm about to take my butt on home. Going about my business. And you send me a Zelle? You just send me a Zelle? You send me a Zelle? Oh, let me go look at the phone. Hold on a second. Let me go check my phone out. Woo! Lord have mercy. I'm like in pain. Jesus, this morning is one of those painful days. Just one of those painful days. Thank you, Steen, for the Zelle. I appreciate you. Thank you, Steen. Guys, this is one of those mornings of what's your Zelle? Rara. Oh, yeah. Where's CMT put my stuff up? Where's CMT at? Hold on, CMT put my stuff up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, my back is like, gee. You know, yeah, I don't complain much, but let me tell you something. It's time for me to get back home. I have not been treating my body right. Haven't been getting enough sleep. Haven't been taking my meds like I'm supposed to. Being a diabetic, it's just been not cool. Not cool. And then now it's like the 7th week. I'm starting to feel it, right? Now I'm starting to feel it. But I know better. But I just haven't been, and I don't want to take the metformin. You know why? Because they be having you in the bathroom and I can't, they're not letting me out of the courtroom. So I have to, get myself back together. Y'all know those who takes that medication. Y'all know what it do to you. So, but forgive me, I'm going to start doing right, taking my meds and stuff like that, doing my body right once I get out of here. I promise I'll do better. I'll do better, folks. I will do better. I do, Queen. I do, but it's just like my head. Even when I'm resting, my head is just keep going and going and going because like all this stuff. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I really do. I do have to do better. Seriously, I got to do better, y'all. I have not been taking care of myself, and my neuropathy's been acting up, my thighs. But I won't complain. Nothing like being home. Yes, nothing like being home, and I can't wait to get home. Can't wait to get to my house. Is your sugar high? I haven't even checked Black. I haven't even checked. I don't even prick my fingers. I know. I don't do the pricking the finger. I know, Rosie. I know. Yep. My daughter called me this morning. And she was like, send you something on Cash App. Okay, let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me go look at my Cash App. Oh, they saying I need to go to DC to get that federal case. Somebody said I have to go to DC to get that federal case. Somebody just sent me that. You need to take a ride to DC, right? Thank you, JL, for the Cash App. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Let's see. Get a U monitor because you need to keep. I don't check Alethea as since I've had been diagnosed with diabetes. My doctor used to always tell me that that's why I go often to see the doctor, because I don't stick myself. I can't stick myself. I have a issue with sticking myself. You ask anybody who has been in my life, I don't stick myself. I don't stick myself at all. But listen, if it's time for me to go home to glory, just say, Sylvia, I appreciate you when you was here. I ain't worried about dying, y'all. I ain't. I'm not. Seriously. I'm not. If it's my time to go, it's my time to go. I ain't sticking myself. I'm not sticking myself. I am not sticking myself on my finger. Now, if my sister want to stick me and test my glucose, you know what? I'm gonna ask her because she's a nurse. I'll ask my sister to stick me today. I'll ask, but I don't have my stuff with me. Hey, thank you, Naughty Land, for the sale. Yeah, let me tell you, Alethea, the doctor had given me a prescription to go pick one up, right? The freestyle. I have not been around to go pick it up, and they returned it back. So I have to go when I get back home. I have to go back to my doctor and ask my doctor to give me a prescription again because I didn't go pick it up because they give you a certain amount of time to pick it up from the pharmacy, and I didn't pick it up. They had it ready, and I've been here, and so they turned it back. So I have to go back to the doctor and get another one. I have to go back. Yeah, but I have been feeling kind of weird because I get up, go lay down, my head be spinning and stuff like that, and I've been feeling it. The other day they let me in early because I was like my hands was shaking, and I'm starting to feel a little different. And I know it's because I haven't been taking care of myself. I know that. I know. We all got to go sometime. You know that, right, y'all? You know that, right? Okay. I just want to tell y'all. We all got to go home one day. I know people don't like to talk about that, but it ain't no joke. I know, Alethea, I know. Just love me while I'm here. This girl could be low and high. Don't say that. I'm just telling y'all. Hey, what? Listen, y'all. Listen. Why are y'all all afraid of one day we're not gonna be here? That's just the reality of it. Okay. One day y'all gonna look on this channel and I'm not going to be here. It's the facts, y'all. It's the facts. And you're gonna be like, look at this video, be like, oh my God, she said she was not gonna be here. Oh my God, she's gone. That's why you gotta treat me right while I'm here. You just gotta treat me right. See, then you won't be sorry that y'all been mean to me. You gonna get a switch on me? Hey, y'all gotta understand. For real, I do need to go ahead and eat because I'm starting to get delirious. Well, it's not today. It's gotta be take care of yourself. Y'all, you don't know. I could be taking care of myself every day and still drop dead. You know that? Y'all see, y'all don't like to talk about this stuff. It's the fact of life. I just don't want no okay, I'm gonna go eat now, y'all. I'm gonna take the stupid metformin too today because I haven't taken it because I didn't want to have to go to the bathroom. I hate taking metformin. That means I can't go nowhere. You gonna send me to the yard and get a switch on me? I do need to go check my numbers, y'all, because my fingers and stuff is starting. Y'all should see my fingers. I don't see no wrinkles in my fingers right now. My fingers are swollen. Why are my fingers swollen? I think I better do right. Thank you, Rara, for the Zale. Amazon stir. I'm gonna go do that. Tall Glass, I'm about to leave. You're just coming in. I'm about to leave. All right, I'm about to get off. Thank you for everybody that just sold into the channel. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Black by Black. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Naughty Lynn. Thank you, Steen. Thank you, Rara. Who else do I have to thank? Let's see. Who else do I have to thank? All right, but I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go because I gotta. You deserve more for all the work you have been doing. I see you next week. I watched Chandri last night, and he was great. Yeah, I watched him, and I watched Jay. Yeah, those young men are just awesome. Tall Glass, happy birthday! I've been getting ready for my birthday. Listen, happy birthday, Tall Glass. I wish you many, many, many more. Today is my niece's birthday. My niecey Pooh. Her birthday is today. But I gotta go, y'all. Love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for all your blessings today. We just have to stay hydrated, eat some fiber, no starchy, and stay prayed up and have a great weekend. You said no, eat some fiber. What can I eat that's fiber? I need all my diabetic friends to send me some better eating habit because I have not been eating well. I'm gonna just do a live. I'm gonna come back and do a live on to my diabetic friends who can help your sister out when I'm not acting right. Because I sure am not acting right and I'm starting to feel it weird. All right. I'll see you guys in a few. Drink my water. Bye, y'all. Have a good one. Don't forget, What happens today in the court system could affect some of us tomorrow. So don't think that this is just for one person, especially when you're dealing with the feds. This is setting precedent for something later on. And I'm not trying to discount or let anybody get away with crimes they have committed, but a RICO, y'all, for real, come on. Let's not do that to ourselves. Have a great day. Bye. Love you too. Thanks, Jackie, again. Thank you, everybody. Love y'all. Bye. And happy birthday again, Tall Glass. Bye.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine